It's almost an impossible task to come up with the top 15 Nigerian books for a particular year, considering the number of Nigerian books released yearly that catch our attention, entertain us, or force us to address important socio-economic and political issues. But it's a challenge we like to take up here. What we do is to ask various friends of this show to be part of our shortlisting team. We ask leading booksellers, publishers, readers, and of course you, our viewers, to suggest preferred titles for us. All these contributions are combined with the list submitted by our own in-house team to create what we eventually tag the channel's book club top 15 Nigerian books for the year. These are books written by Nigerians, published between December last year and December this year, and available in the Nigerian market. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to introduce to you the channel's book club top 15 Nigerian books for 2015, in no particular order.
The channel's book club top 15 Nigerian books in 2015. Black Ass by Igoni Barrett. This is a modern satire, brilliant, funny and bold. Imagine you were white and then you woke up one morning to discover you had turned into a black man. Or flip it over. Imagine you were black and you woke up one morning to discover you had turned into a white man. Well, the latter is what happened to Igoni's central character in his debut novel, Black Ass. Furo Wariboko, a Lagosian, woke up on the morning of his job interview to discover he had turned into a white man, but there was one small problem. Despite his transformation, Furo's bum remains black. The Fisherman by Chigozie Obioma. This book almost won its author the Man Booker Prize and the Etisalat Prize for Literature. But in reality, it doesn't need a literature prize to validate it. It's an exciting new book from a rising literary star. It's the intriguing story of four young brothers who skip school to go fishing at a forbidden river. While there, a madman prophesies violence and disaster for their families throughout their lives. One brother was going to kill another. This book will remind you of how powerful family bonds can be and how dangerous such bonds can be when trust is broken. It's been described as a book that illuminates Nigeria in all its historical, political, and cultural complexity. Born on a Tuesday by L. Nathan John. The author, one of the rising stars of Nigerian literature, weaves a story that traverses the deadly impact of extremist religion and manipulative politics. The themes of love, friendship, and death stand out boldly from the book. It's a book that tells the story of contemporary northern Nigeria in some ways. Dantala, a young Almajiri boy, runs away to live in a mosque after post-election violence breaks out. Against the backdrop of growing jihadist extremism, he gradually embraces the Salafism preached by his new benefactor, Sheikh Jamal, and falls in love with his daughter. The story spins around until it reaches an exciting end. Perhaps it would change the often stereotyped narratives on northern Nigeria. Baron of Broad Street by El Nukoya. The author of 9 Lives and winner of the ANA Jarakanda Prize for Prose, El Nukoya, scores another hit with this intriguing novel that chronicles the polarized worlds of the poor and rich in Lagos. Desung Falodun and his bosom friend Ige are young boys growing up within the squalor of Makoko who are faced with tough choices about the paths to toe in a city sharply divided along socio-economic lines. One is optimistic about his chance of succeeding despite his background. The other has no faith whatsoever in the city he considers to possess unfair balances. Written over a 7-year period, El Nukoya pours his creative writing talent and vast knowledge of modern Lagos into telling a gripping tale. On the Bank of the River by Ifeoluwapo Adeniyi. Few Nigerian books successfully blend the stories of traditional African village life with urban experiences. This is one of them. In a captivating manner, the author tells the stories of three women from different generations who experienced love, betrayal, hope, and the many complicated dramas of family relationships. Written when she was just 19 and after struggling to find a publisher for 6 years, Ifeolu Akpo, through this work, has made a clear statement of intent. She's a writer to look out for. Afro, the Girl with the Magical Hair by Okechukwu Ofili. If you've ever read How Laziness Saved My Life and How Stupidity Saved My Life, then you'll be eager to get this book to kids around you. Okechukwu Ofili, with this fantasy fiction, uses his immense writing talent to craft his first children's book. In a land where an evil queen makes everyone wear their hair in straight weaves, one special girl chooses to wear her hair natural, and when she is kidnapped for her hair's magic, it's up to her to save herself and the kingdom with a little help from a friend she makes along the way. Odufa, A Lover's Tale by Othuke Ominiabos. This interesting new book is receiving plenty of praises. It's a tale of love with a tragic hero. In a desperate bid to save his lineage, the hero, Anthony Mukoro, a struggling writer and budding poet, gets reckless and ultimately begins a love affair with Odufa, a young, beautiful but alcoholic undergraduate with a past. Their romance, which was nothing but normal, got complicated by an unexpected pregnancy and eventually spiraled out of control. There were much threats they needed to deal with, and life threw everything at them. If you enjoy romance laced with drama and suspense, you will certainly enjoy this book. Season of Crimson Blossoms by Abubakar Adam Ibrahim. Set against the background of political violence in northern Nigeria, 52-year-old widow Binta Zubeiru and 26-year-old weed dealer Hassan Reza plunged into a love affair that was destined to attract emotion-laden criticisms, attacks, and condemnation in a clime with a conservative and religious culture. Abubakar is daring in this book as he challenges a puritanical society and points the reader to questions concerning love, age, class, and religion. Inter-Inventions by Wole Soyinka. The author, Nobel Prize winner Professor Wole Soyinka, fittingly describes this book as the nastiest he's ever written. He also predicted it will draw blood, and it does, as the book takes swipes at some of the most prominent public figures in Nigeria in recent years, insisting by presenting counter-narratives that a number of their recorded statements are nothing but lies. A to Z of Personal Finance by Nimi Akinkugbe. Written by a woman who is renowned as a financial expert, financial literacy advocate, and a newspaper columnist, this book caters for anyone keen on learning the basics of money management and wealth creation. It warns about the need to pay urgent attention to your personal finances and shows how that can be done. The book is written in simple, no-holds-barred style that can appeal to different types of readers. Naija No Dey Carry Last by Pius Adesanmi. The master of satire comes out with a book steaming with satires. Professor Pius Adesanmi has never held back in his write-ups, and he doesn't in this book, especially since it's a compilation of many of his most poignant essays and articles. The book is full of humor and recent history. It mocks Nigeria's unique version of politics, religion, education, and general living, without failing to call the reader's attention to the need to rethink how Nigeria is being run. My Watch by Olusegun Obasanjo. Nigeria's former president Olusegun Obasanjo came out with yet another controversial yet important book. This 3-volume autobiography takes the reader not just through the story of one of Nigeria's most intriguing public figures, but also on a journey into the country's contemporary history. The author provides the reader with insight into his thoughts on the most critical political events and personalities in Nigeria's modern history. He also attempted to explain the most controversial decisions he took as military and civilian president. A Very Good Bad Guy, edited by Ayeni Adekunle Samuel. This book explores the life of Innocent Uja Idibia, better known as Two-Face Idibia, one of the most decorated and successful Afro-pop artists in Africa. The book contains a conversation with Two-Face, lyrics and discography, views from some of those who have shaped his life, an insider's journey through his life and times, as well as a collection of some of the most important articles, reviews, features and news about him since 2004. Simply put, it's an important biography of a modern Nigerian artist who is globally renowned, and it provides insight into the man beyond his music. Everything in Nigeria Will Kill You. This young Nigerian writer, lawyer, and author of the widely acclaimed book titled The Wonderful Life of Senator Boniface and Other Sorry Tales hits hard in his typical satirical manner with this collection of critical essays that explore the paradoxical lifestyle of the average Nigerian. Shogunro describes his latest writing adventure as being driven by his relentless pursuit of an understanding of the survival abilities of the average Nigerian in a system that is definitely dysfunctional. The title veils its main thrust. Perhaps a more detailed title will be Everything in Nigeria Will Kill You Because You Don't Care. The Money Book by Lanre Olushola. This is one of the most creative books you'll find on money in Nigeria. Laced with thought-provoking quotes and contributions from experts and entrepreneurs, this book, with note chapters, sections and page numbers, surprisingly makes for very easy reading. It's a book you can start and finish within an hour, but you shouldn't.
I hope you'll get these books and enjoy reading them. Our social media platforms displayed on the screen are entirely yours to use. We eagerly look forward to receiving your feedback and inquiries from them. It has been great being your host today once again. I'm Olakunle Kasumo. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.